Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk on the Road, and I am super excited because for today's video I am coming at you with some interesting news regarding Chantal Foodie Beauty's transition from Kuwait to Canada. As you guys have seen, she has moved into a new one-bedroom apartment. Her first time living in an apartment all on her own. The place didn't look like much, but at least she had a roof over her head. She did have to bring a cat into this situation for whatever reason. People were not happy with that, and she even came on just days after getting the cat saying she wanted to rehome it again and that it was a mistake to get it in the first place, which is exactly what people, myself included, were saying. Why did you get this cat? For today's video, I'm going to discuss what we have missed over the past couple of days and then talk about this new revelation that may be keeping Chantal from posting on the internet at all at this time. Was she kicked out already of her apartment in Canada? And does it have anything to do with people online contacting landlords? All that and more coming up on today's edition of Girl Talk. Let's just get right into it. I mean, shallow we. All right, you guys, welcome back. So I'm going to go ahead and start the video by talking about some of the things we missed over the weekend. Yesterday was the first day since her move back to Canada that she hasn't gone live, so people are suspecting that something is up. Was she forced to leave her new apartment? We will get there. But in the last live stream that Chantal posted, she was talking about how she needs a new routine because she has just been so depressed lately. She's thinking about seeing a mental health professional. If she doesn't have any kind of routine, she gets really depressed. I would say, yeah, these are steps in the right direction for sure. She definitely needs help. Do I think she's going to follow through? Absolutely not. This is how it usually goes. She feels even more depressed when she's gardening, but she continues to do it. She continues to get absolutely trashed gardening, even though it makes her depressed so much worse, but apparently that's what she wants to do. She's gonna do it. There was this whole situation about Foodie Beauty trading Smokey, her new cat, to FFG for a beater car because on Saturday Chantal was moaning about how she wanted to already get rid of Smokey because she wasn't attached to the cat. It was a mistake. She wants to travel. She wants to meet up with her husband. Chantal even went as far as to DM with FFG talking about this cat situation, but I don't think that she's going to take her up on the offer. I guess FFG stipulated that if she was going to buy Chantal this car, she would have to sign an agreement saying that she wouldn't get pets for a couple of years. And of course, FFG would then take Smokey and give it to one of her friends that was willing to adopt an animal. One interesting line that I remember from Foodie's live stream is she said specifically, there is a reason I didn't go with Salah to that other unnamed country. A lot of people think that it was maybe Thailand where he went. I know there has been a lot of talk, speculation. He has, as far as we believe, a Syrian passport, so he is limited on the places that he can go, but one of them is surely Thailand. He was already there. So despite what the internet may say sometimes, yeah, he is allowed in Thailand. He was already there. I would assume he was in Thailand, but I don't know for sure. He seems to be a little bit smarter than Chantal because he's keeping his location under wraps and not just showing everything on the internet, knowing how her audience, or at least the underbelly, the dark underbelly of her audience can be. That's how we're going to be referring to this like crazy section of girl world that just goes too far. It is the dark underbelly, of course. So will Chantal make it to Thailand to stay with her husband? Is that what she's doing right now? Is that why she missed yesterday's live stream? She hasn't gone on today. It just doesn't make sense because she has been trying her hardest to make up for all the lost time. She wasn't making any content for pretty much the entire month after Paul's Kuwait threatened to report her. She got scared into silence as much as she doesn't want to admit it because of her ego. She clearly got scared into silence or else she would have been on raging. You could even see the look on her face when she saw that someone in Kuwait was actually going after her. I mean, wow. It hit her like a ton of bricks. It was, I'm not gonna lie, satisfying to see that smirk disappear. over the past week, since Chantal has been back in Canada, she has been showing her apartment. She got fast food. People were able to figure out that she was in Cornwall because of the fast food that she got. One thing led to another. She kept showing the entire apartment. People were able to figure out where she was living. It wasn't too hard. It was found like with the snap of the fingers. Obviously, I'm not going to show any of that information on here. It really is just too much. I don't know why people can't just sit back and enjoy the show for what it is. But Chantal knows what she's doing here. She knows that the more of that apartment she shows, the more likely it is that someone is going to recognize where she is. And that is what she did. She took absolutely zero precautions when it came to showing her new apartment. People were very quickly to find it. And I guess what happened was, no, not I guess, there's actually screenshots going around. Someone Facebook messaged the landlord because I guess Chantal got this apartment listing off of Facebook in the first place because that's where they were posting it. Well, someone found the original post and started contacting the landlord. I don't know why people are protecting their identity or where the original post even came from, but whoever originally posted it scratched out the person's name that was contacting the landlord, right? And they had provided them a link to Foodie Beauty's channel so they could check out their new tenant and what she is doing in their new apartment. What happened after that is anyone's guess. But a lot of people are speculating that she has actually been kicked out of her brand new apartment. If you guys remember when she first got to Canada, she did not film because she was staying with Smee, her mom, and she is not able to film when she is with her mom because of the whole situation that happened with Marty. I wonder if she explains to her mom that Marty actually passed away, if she would let her film again, but I don't know. Regardless, we are not going to be getting any content if she doesn't have her own place to stay, whether that is a sleazy motel, a car, or an apartment. As you guys know, she also does not have a car at this point. Maybe she will take up FFG's offer, get that beater. I'm not sure how that's going to work out because it's not like Chantal can drive to her. But in the end, I don't see Chantal taking that offer at all because she just doesn't want to give FFG a win, like period, her ego. What I am not understanding about this situation is how she would be able to be kicked out so fast. It also could not even have anything to do with the people that contacted. I mean, Chantal is enough of a train wreck on her own. We know this. It could have been complaints from tenants that actually sent this over the edge. Who knows? You can't actually kick someone out that fast. You have to give a certain day's notice. If things get bad and they don't leave, then you have to evict them. But if Chantal has vacated the apartment, that means that she came to a mutual agreement with the landlord to break the lease if he in fact did not want her living there anymore, whether that is in regards to reports from crazy people on the internet or her neighbors in the building. This is a small building, a small house that has been broken up into 4 different units. And the apartment has been listed on Facebook. Like you can go and inquire within to live where Foodie was living. I believe 2 of the rules was no smoking and no pets. So she violated those right off the bat. Her cat was really loud, so it wouldn't surprise me if other tenants complained to the landlord about the loud cat, or even the smell of her gardening, or even the sound of her talking really loudly on live stream and raging at like 1 o'clock in the morning, you know? I could see her getting kicked out on her own, but also it doesn't help when you have a bunch of people in your DMs on Facebook, as this landlord, I'm sure, was inundated by people once everything came to light. I feel like it goes without saying, but obviously it's too far to go and contact the landlord. Why do people feel like they need to involve themselves in her story is beyond me. Like, just sit back and watch the show. Chantal is a train wreck without intervention. She probably would have gotten herself kicked out anyway. Maybe now we will get a sleazy motel bees. That might be what she has to do, because if she lives with Smee, then she's not going to be making any money. I mean, next month, her check is already going to be really low. I also think that if in fact she was kicked out, that Smokey will be rehomed or dropped off or just disappear and we'll never hear about it. And she will blame the haters that contacted the landlord for for Smokey leaving because she has to now live in a sleazy motel. I do think at this point, if she is going to stay in Canada, she should live in a mobile home or a van or even a car, or stop posting on YouTube altogether. She has cultivated the most toxic fan base that is going to find out where she's living, and they're going to contact whoever is in charge of said building, said land, whatever it is. Even if she has like a mobile home, they would probably contact the mobile home park people. So she would need to somehow get her own land, or just live in like a big van so she can drive it around all the time. So it won't matter if people find her location, because after the years, like, this is what she has cultivated. Do I feel bad for Chantal? Absolutely not. Do I feel worried for Smokey the cat? Yes. What's going to happen to Smokey? Like, she could just use this as an opportunity to drop him wherever, give him to whoever. We already know that she's not the best when it comes to finding a place for her cats to go. I mean, she ended up giving them to FFG's brother because she gave them to the first person who messaged her on Instagram, you know? I guess it would be hard for her to find someone worse at pet care than she is. So that is my only light at the end of the tunnel for Smokey. He has been rehomed 4 times already. It is just so sad. This is the 4th cat that she will get rid of if she does. Maybe this is all a misunderstanding, but it doesn't appear to be so. She's not online. The apartment is listed for rent. There is other possibilities, like this was a short-term rental and she's already done. But the message in particular was like this. You can only see, like I said, you can't see the name of the person who actually sent this message, and you can't even see their message, but you can see that they sent the landlord her YouTube channel and they said, hello, name of person. I feel like that wouldn't be too hard to read. It's like scribbled out, but like it ends with a Y. Thank you for your concern. The matter is being handled, but I appreciate you taking the time to inform me. And the landlord has like a picture that's on the internet. It's not a real picture, but his name is real, and he actually owns other businesses in that area. So he is a legit person. She's already living her karma. She's in Canada with nothing, no furniture, no car, now no place to live, nothing. I guess she's back at her mom's, or in a sleazy, why do I keep saying sleazy? Or in a motel or a hotel or something, because it doesn't seem like she can stay there. It is her fault though, because she was doing the things that she wasn't supposed to do. So I am assuming if she is out of there, she just got scared and wanted to drop it. She hasn't even really moved in yet, because otherwise she has rights as a Canadian citizen. They can't just throw her out on the street. Even if she just signed the lease, even if she's breaking it, they can't just throw her out. So she would have had to agree with this in the end. It is kind of crazy to think like that a random person, like imagine, put yourself in this landlord's position and you're getting messages from these people. You have no idea what Girl World is, no idea who this person really is. And now you can see videos of them on the internet, their cat peeing everywhere, spraying everywhere, the cat they're not supposed to have. Videos of them. I wonder if someone sent like the OF pictures or something, because when she was in Kuwait, people put her OF pictures on the Google reviews, which is just wild. I'm surprised she didn't get in any sort of trouble for that. Making any kind of content like that, spicy content, is actually illegal in Kuwait, but she did it all in Canada, so doesn't matter. If this was like a short-term lease or something, we shall see what Chantal says. It doesn't make sense for it to be a short-term lease because she moved a bed in and a lot of her crap. Why wouldn't she just stay in a motel? It's about the same price if she goes to one of the cheap ones, you know what I mean? Like she was with Natter when they went to that one with the adult chair, if you catch my drift. That was something. Maybe she can just move into Dee Dee's condo. I don't know. It doesn't make sense for her to live in Cornwall with no car. Like, she should probably live in one of the big cities. There's certain areas that are cheaper, but we shall see when she pops up what exactly happened to Foodie Beauty. But as far as I can tell, she is not going to be in that apartment anymore. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This is absolutely wild. And I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.